Yeah, great performance. You could tell that those players didn't give a shit about that Europa League because the way that they played against Fulham and the way that they played against Crystal Palace versus the way that we played against Sporting, they did not care about that. And I'm not saying it's okay. Obviously, we had our conversations around Sporting and the Europa League and stuff, so no need to like dig it back up. But this is the expectation of this group of players. You know, they were sensational today. Just the level and winning the goals and the type of football that we were playing, it was great, and it's exactly what you expect from these players. And you know, I don't I don't know. It's every week we come back and I just look at this team and I'm just like, I feel proud like that this is the group of players that we have. Ben White, sensational. And the best thing about Ben White is that Southgate doesn't like him and he left him out of the England squad. So now he can rest because that guy is going to be so important to our team moving forward. A lot of Arsenal fans were really concerned about the holding situation. I thought he really stepped up today, shut some people up as well. Odegaard, captain's performance, and Bukayo Saka. You know, I mean, there's just nothing else you really can say about this team that other than they're really going for the Premier League, and I really rate that. I like that there's a young group of players that you can tell they really believe that they can win it, and so they're really going for it. And so, yeah, this performance was exactly what we needed off of the back of that Europa League. Um, uh, you know, getting knocked out in that competition. And yeah, we move on to Leeds, I think, next. And I think we play them before Man City play Liverpool. We could be 11 points clear, which would be amazing.
So,
Psychologically, that's a big gap.
so you play first.
I think we play before them.
No, the Man City will play
Nah,
12:30.
City play first.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
so
never mind. I
12:30.
thought we
Yeah.
played before them.
We
Okay,
play at
never
3 o'clock.
mind.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
we're 8 points clear. But we'll see what happens in their match. That's going to be a difficult one for them. But yeah, I'm excited. That was such a good performance. Like, I'm so happy.
It absolutely was. Ozzy Guna, how good was that football today? Just explain it to us because the goals were out of this world. It looked like you could cut through them whenever you want. The, the football's probably the best I've seen Arsenal play since the mid-noughties, maybe.
You know what? The football's been decent like throughout the whole like as the season's progressed. This team has really stepped up, and it continues to go up a notch every week. I haven't seen this quality of football since 2001, 2002, where a team can go through, we can pass through any team we want, we can hold them in their own third. Defensively, we're sound, and to be able to play a team like Crystal Palace, who don't usually leak too many goals. Let's be honest, they're a team that they're a 1-0 loss or a 1-1 draw or whatever. And in the first half, in the first, say, 25 minutes, they counted us and had better opportunities on goal, but we didn't let it slip. We stuck to it. We stuck to our guns, kept on pressing. We believe that what we're doing is going to work, and we break through them. And the response from Arsenal there, previous years, where we get counted and it looks like the other team is building up a little bit of, I don't know, maybe turning the game on its head, would usually fall, stumble, drop a goal. This Arsenal doesn't seem to do that. It's like we're unfazed by what the other team is trying to bring to the table. It's like we're going to play our game and we know it's going to work because we've done it so many times before. Yes, we're a young team. Yes, we're hungry, but we're top of the league and we're not there because of fluke. We're there because we deserve to be there. The crowd picking up behind the team as a 12th man. I haven't heard an Arsenal crowd since the days of Highbury, and I've been watching them since '92. I haven't heard the Emirates like this before. The Emirates used to be like a Woolworths. Now, the Emirates it's giving me Highbury vibes. This is a team that's got something to prove. And to go back on Jess's point, we've dropped out of the Europa League, and we've just come back and said, "And what now? And what now? You guys wanted us to slip, and what now? The ball's back in your court, City. We'll just wait right here." Top of the table, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. Top of the table, as you say. Football is absolutely sensational. Gunnar Souls, I'm saying you're champions elect. I'm saying you're going to be champions. How do you feel right now going 8 points clear today?
Oh, everyone knows what my feelings are. I've said engrave that Premier League trophy because it's only going to one place, and that's North London. You know, get your holidays booked because that parade is going to be something you don't want to miss. And you know what it is? It's because people keep bringing these litmus tests, and I get it because it's the first time in about 2 decades that we've been in this position. And I understand that But there's a feeling. You know, in football, you get these feelings that something's going to happen. Like, you know, when you look at the Qatar World Cup and you were like, yeah, this is going to be Messi's World Cup, isn't it? Like, you just get that air of feeling that something's going to happen. There's a story that has to be told. And that's the feeling I'm getting. This story has to be written. It's like one of those fantasies. Like, you know, this is the kid, this is the one that you tell your grandkids. And that's how I feel right now. And I feel like every moment, you know, people are doubting this team. They're like, you know what? We won't just win. We'll win. And that's what they did today. Everyone's like, oh, they're out the Europa League, or oh, they're gonna struggle against Crystal Palace. And we were toying with them. We were playing with them. We were like, you know what? I don't even think we were at our scintillating best. And that's the best thing about it. We played very well, don't get it twisted, but we could have pammed them for like 6-7, and that's what I like about it. And I go, even when you look at it, Gabriel Jesus yet to come back to full fitness. ESR, again, a guy who got double goals last, like 10 goals or so last season, yet to come back to full fitness. We've not seen Kieran Tierney this season. Tomiyasu basically been injured, and when you look at it from that perspective, for us to still sit at the top, 8 points clear, man, like I know Man City have been here and done that. But that's got to be daunting. That's got to be like, yo, these guys are getting all these psychological damages done to them. They're out of every single cup. They've been beaten in early stages of all these cups, and they're still winning. Like, what are they made out of? And the mentality that we're showing, I get it. The cups are disappointing, like we've discussed. We're not advocating for it. We're not saying that, you know, it's fine to get out of them just because you're going to win the Premier League. No, we want to compete. But it's got to be like, Man City got to be looking at this and going, we're waiting for the slip up. When the hell is it happening? When's it coming? Because we beat them. Everton beat them. You know, then we drew to Brentford. And these men are pulling out 9 wins in a row. They haven't lost at September until Everton. These guys are different. And this is my student I'm talking about. This is Arteta, the guy I raised to become the manager. And he's doing this to me. Man, this is, I love it. I absolutely fucking, and this is a story that will be written.
Do you know what's interesting about it for me? In the summer, when I said Arsenal scare me, I didn't think you would win the league this season. So a lot of people said, "Oh, you predicted this from the start." I'm very fair. I didn't. I said you'd come third. Then I changed it to second. You've been even better than that. The scary element of this Arsenal team is that you're young. You're going to buy more and add to the summer. And I get that there is some banter around not competing in the League Cup, FA Cup, and the Europa League. But as you grow this squad, if you keep getting better, this Arsenal team isn't this Leicester team that everybody's making you out to be. One, the football is dominant. This isn't smash and grab, counter-attack football. You are dominating games. You are ripping teams apart, low blocks, high presses, whatever they do against you, 9 times out of 10, you have an answer to it, especially domestically this year. And you're only going to get better as the players and the manager collectively in tandem become more experienced. And for me, as a rival watching, that is the scary element of Arsenal. And rivals can deny their fear all they want, but that is all they are doing. That is all they are doing, is they are denying their fear.
This is without Champions League football pull, by the way. I know people hate and dismiss it, but you know, to get your Rafael Leao's, to get your Cavaras, to get your, like, even an Mbappe or a Haaland, you have to have Champions League football to get that upper echelons of talent. And now we could not. Obviously, there's still a hypothetical. We could still not win the league, but we could go Premier League champions and offering Champions League football. And we're one of the brightest projects in Europe right now. We're competing. We're not just a project that's like an Ajax, yeah, we're going to win the league, but then nothing else. We're a project that's looking like we're going to dominate cups and we're going to dominate the league again. To me, that's the most impressive thing.
And then, you know, like every time we win a game, people that said that we would not win that game, because I've been in group chats, I've been on Twitter, people were saying we're going to get new manager bounced. We don't have the mentality. And then as soon as we win the game, it's they only beat so-and-so. Ha ha ha. It's not anything. We won 6 games in a row. I think Man City have only won 4 games in a row this season. Like, that's as far as they've gotten. And I'm sure in their run of games, they've played a Palace and Everton and these types of guys all in a row, and they didn't get 6 wins in a row. So it's not easy, because if it was easy, all of your teams would be doing it. It's not easy. And to also talk about, like, somebody said, oh, Arsenal need to score more goals. Have you checked our goal difference lately? off of the back of this game alone, now we have our goal difference is 40. Manchester City's is 42. So like this is not Arsenal just out here nicking a goal and barely beating teams and stuff. We've been dominant, and so you can say it's just Palace, but if you're not beating just Palace and just Everton and just Fulham and just so and so in a row like we are, I wouldn't be talking, because you know it's not easy, or else everybody would be doing it.
110%. You're absolutely spot on there. I obviously want to speak to Dodds and Gav as well. I want to speak about Saka on the show today because the kid is doing bits. Craig here says, I honestly think this is proof that City are not themselves in the league. We them with ease. City are definitely focusing on the Champions League. Do you think that's fair, Dodds, to say that you are where you are because City are not focusing on the league?
No chance. The way we're performing, and it's not just like you said before, it's not just a fluke. The wins that we're getting, we're very dominant. We're like the way we dominate games is something that City have been doing for the past 5 years, and it's something that Arteta said. Arteta's always said that I want to dominate the ball for majority of the game, the whole game. It's not if they've got the ball, they've more chance of scoring. If we've got the ball, then obviously it restricts them from scoring. And this team, like the points we're getting, it's not that. Is this not like a low point season? We're on 69 points, and we've still got 10 league games left. So it's not like we're City are underperforming. They're still performing at their level, but we're exceeding as well. We're matching with them, and we're doing even better. And it's like I said when I was saying to Arsenal fans, like there's no need to be negative. Like where is negativity coming from? We're doing so well. The team is doing so well. The manager's doing so well. If we have to keep this unity because the players need us more than ever now. The last 10 games, they can't be, why is this player, why is not, the mentality is rubbish, it's a failure. All of these things should be out of the window. Concentrate the last 10 games because we can do something that's unimaginable. Because none of us as Arsenal fans thought we could imagine us winning the league. We thought this is like 10 years away. And winning the league now, it's something that's like, we have to stick together. There has to be unity. There shouldn't be any negativity. So, we need to keep this going.
I think that's fair. I would say, look, there's constructive criticism isn't negativity. So if a player does something wrong, he should be allowed to be criticized. But there's a difference between that and you must have heard the expression, Dawes, throwing the baby out with the bathwater. And I think that criticism keeps players honest, keeps managers honest. But again, you can definitely go over the top. Prashis is why people hate Arsenal on the way to 14 league titles, no corruption, loads of banter from rivals from 2006 to 2022. This team deserves to win.